Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Good to have you along, ladies and gentlemen. Very important day in this world, in this nation, this state.
Wow. Okay. What's going on?
This county. It's National Stick Out Your Tongue Day.
I used to get spanked for that. You're not supposed to do that, are you? But I guess today you can. The question would be, will everybody know it's Stick Out Your Tongue Day? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, if you stick out your tongue at somebody and they don't know that it's Stick Out Your Tongue Day, they may take offense to it and, it could maybe lead to something bad.
Well, it was I don't know if it's as popular as a way to be a brat as it used to be, or to be somewhat rude. But there are times when the tongue is out that it's not rude.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I guess I'm thinking of Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. When he would play basketball.
Right.
That was one of his trademarks.
Einstein stuck his tongue out when he was thinking. And Michael Jordan is an example, as you just said. Turned out okay. His tongue would be way out there. I don't know how he kept from not biting it off. And there's reasons why we stick our tongues out when we concentrate.
Oh.
So if you do that, it's okay. It takes a lot of brain power to control our tongues even when we're not talking or eating. And subconsciously, biting it or sticking it out helps divert the brain energy to other tasks, like, dunking a basketball. So
I do it. I kind of do it in those situations. Mm-hmm. I don't know I'm doing it half the time, but yeah.
I sometimes bite my tongue when we're doing the breakfast show.
Do you now?
I don't remember sticking it out at any time at any of you or our guests, but it is National Stick Out Your Tongue Day. Just wanted you to know that.
All right. Well, thanks, Dave.
We have a busy show today lined up for you, a real nice one, so keep it right here. Tomorrow, on Thursday, we'll be broadcasting live from Mason City as they're getting ready for the Mason City homecoming. That's something that's coming up. On Friday, we'll be broadcasting live from the Lineman's Rodeo, which is taking place out at the fairgrounds. And that starts at 8:30, and they'll have a opening, and then the events will start. And we'll be broadcasting, I think, ahead of that in the 8 o'clock hour on the breakfast show. On Friday later in the morning, Brent Apperson will be broadcasting from Cook, Nebraska, Class B Seniors American Legion Baseball Tournament.
Yes, that's our plan. Broken Bow will open play there against Minden on Friday morning. Game time is set for 11 o'clock, and we'll have live coverage of it for you on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM.
All right. On Saturday, excuse me, we'll be broadcasting, we'll be streaming, apologies, we'll be streaming from the Custer County Fairgrounds. We'll be showing you how you train a dog. Because the FFA and 4-H competition will be being held at the fairgrounds under the covered arena. And that starts at, I believe, 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. And we'll pick up coverage for the live stream around 11 o'clock and go to around 1:30. And they've changed the time and date so that more people can come and watch. And it does get late when they were doing the Friday night for many years, lately just before the parade would be next week. So they've moved it up during the daytime, and it gives everybody a chance to come out and watch and enjoy who haven't been able to do that or can't stay up late, they have work or something the next day. So it's a Saturday. And we're going to be live streaming that on Saturday from 11 until 1:30, courtesy of some great businesses. So that's another broadcast. Let's see. Also tomorrow, Thursday, we'll be mowing Carla Williams' lawn.
Oh, yeah? All right.
As she was the winner of the Dave promo.
Uh-huh.
And she'll also receive a steel trimmer from RT Ace Hardware.
Nice.
And I believe that will not be on the radio, but it will be available on Facebook after the event.
Ah.
So Jeremy's going
to go do a little video, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how many acres I'll have to do or exactly what the task will be, but it will be. So are you going
to have to pay anything for that? I mean, it seems to me like if Jeremy's going to go and take a little video and then post it, that's PR, basically advertising for your side business. So are you going to get that for free, or are you going to have to pay for that a little bit?
I don't know. I'll talk to my legal advice about that.
Okay.
Not sure how that works. Excuse me. I just have these frogs here this summer that just won't go away, and I apologize for that. National Hot Dog Day today.
Oh, I can get into that. I'll have a hot dog.
Third Wednesday in July. Now, let's just make clear here. Let's be frank about it.
Oh, nice. That was sharp.
A hot dog is not a sandwich. They're uniquely American, but based on German sausages, which were originally called wieners or franks. And now the question is mustard or relish?
Both. And ketchup.
Yuck. Mustard is the most popular topping in America for hot dogs, which I just don't understand, but it's
You're not a mustard guy, are you? I don't know what your problem is.
Well,
you don't like mustard, right? You don't put mustard on your hot dog, I don't think.
No,
right?
I don't put mustard on much of anything.
Ah.
I mean, I can eat it if it puts, like, for instance, if you order a double cheeseburger and you say, hold the mustard, and they forget to do it, I can still eat it.
Oh, can you?
But I don't want to look at it.
Oh, okay.
Reminds me of something.
Oh, my.
When the kids were little. Anyway, 7-Eleven sells 1 million grilled hot dogs every year.
Wow. 7-Eleven.
100 million.
I didn't even know there were still 7-Elevens. They're not around here, though.
No, they're not.
Really, right?
Right. Used to be. Americans eat more than 25 million hot dogs at baseball games every year.
Oh, yeah.
The Germans claim hot dogs were invented in 1487 in the city of Frankfurt. Therefore, Frankfurt. That's where the Frank come from.
Sure.
So, have a hot dog. I've got some in the fridge.
Yep. I think I'm going to go. I'm into National Hot Dog Day. I like my favorite is the Chicago dog. Now, that's a hot dog.
I like the Berwyn dog myself.
The Berwyn dog.
It's made out of muskrat.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm glad. I don't know if I'll ever try that.
Different parts of muskrat.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe some other, like a groundhog thrown in or something.
Yeah. Yummy.
Boy, I'm having trouble this morning. I apologize.
I'm sorry. I'm here to support you. Here to help you. You just kind of let me know, and I'll just start blabbing while you try to get things cleared up there in the throat.
I don't know. It's been going on all morning, so I don't know if it's going to clear up or not. This one more thing we want to pass along to you. It's National Flitch Day.
Oh?
Old English tradition, having a married couple kneel on rocky points of rocks and stare at each other to prove they don't regret being married.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the longer they stay, if they stay there long enough in pain looking at one another to prove their love, then the townsfolk would give them a side of bacon, which is, at that time was called a flitch of bacon.
Oh.
And that's where bring home the bacon comes from.
I see. Huh.
Most couples went home hungry.
I don't know. That just sounds on your knees on pointy rocks, staring at each other to prove your love.
That's right.
Huh.
But you got bacon for it, so I imagine.
Well, hey, bacon makes it better.
And back then, I bet that was a huge treat. All right, today, better catch up here. It's Wednesday, right? Today, at the Prairie Pioneer Center, they're having pork chop, stuffing casserole, peas, apple salad, and cornbread. And if you'd like to have a meal at the center, call them at 872-6121 and let them know that you're coming.
All right.
All right, let's play the game real quick.
Let's do.
And Trish is here. We're looking forward to visiting with her. And have a chair there, young lady.
Okay.
All right, Brett, what is the question and what is the prize for today?
Well, it's Wednesday, so it's Big Pig Day.
Oh, sure it is.
Chance to win a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesday at Runza here in Broken Bow. We're asking questions about ice cream because July is ice cream month. So here's your question. I hope I pronounced this word correctly. What is gelato? Is it Italian ice cream, sherbet, frozen yogurt, or sorbet? What is gelato? Italian ice cream, sherbet, frozen yogurt, or sorbet? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
I actually thought that was a carburetor part.
Gelato?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Call us at 872-2801.
Ben works at Runza, and he loves his teammates.
We got Rockstar Rachel, Johnny J-Town, and T-Money Terry in the house!
What's your nickname, Ben?
They call me Benst in the world.
Did you give yourself that?
Maybe.
Nickname or not, Runza makers stick together. Want to join the team? Apply today at runza.com/jobs or text Runza to 242424.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
Oh, we didn't get a call. I believe it is a carburetor part.
No.
Trish says no. What is it, Brent?
It is. Well, Trish knows, so I'll let her tell everybody.
It's Italian ice cream.
It is indeed. Way to
Yes.
go. Would you like a certificate? She won, right?
Yeah, give it to
There
her.
you go. Have a pig in a
Go have a
blanket at
treat.
Runza. Way to go, Trish.
And it is really good. It's super creamy. It's
Is it?
like way different than American ice cream. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
And
good stuff.
I did pronounce it right?
You did.
Gelato? Okay.
Yes, it is. It's
Trish,
amazing.
could you come in every morning to help us with pronouncing words?
Yeah.
I don't think I do much better than you all do.
Oh, I don't know. Some days it's not good. It's not good. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks.
And wondering about the work that you have in front of you. I imagine you have some things that you're
I
going to do
do.
catching up.
I do. I've got, I've just been blessed. This community is amazing. We'll stop there for a second.
Okay.
It is, it just, every time I got to come home, I got to put in shades. I got to order some shades. So every time I got here, I had work to do. So thanks.
Well, knowing you as we do, you love your work, and to be able to just kind of dive into that for a little while probably was a good therapy.
It was great therapy. And then I got home and I'm working with Ansley Schools. They're redoing all their offices. And so I've got that job coming up, and, going down to Galloway today to put in some shades, and got a wonderful order out of Burwell, and a beautiful home that overlooks Burwell. It's going up this little road and passing all these older farmhouses, and trailers, and I thought, just had no idea what I was coming up to, and crest this hill, and there's this gorgeous house sitting there overlooking Burwell, and windows that are the biggest motorized window I've done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like 106 inches wide by 80 inches long.
Wow.
So it will be motorized. All 4 of the shades in the master bedroom or primary bedroom are going to be motorized, and so that was a blessing. And that wonderful customer/friend now has actually met me in Omaha to go over some things. So it was great. It was just amazing. So I got back here. We got her order finalized. So, yeah, it's been amazing.
Well,
It's, yeah.
Well, we've been thinking about you.
I
You know
know.
that. And,
Yep.
gosh, you mentioned Burwell. Excuse me. That to have that big of a window looking over the community or those beautiful hills.
Oh, yes.
That
the
area is
hills
so
are
gorgeous,
just
isn't
so
it?
pretty. And just the rolling hills, and then you see Burwell. It's still in a distance, but she's probably about 3 or 4 miles south of Burwell. So it was amazing. I got to see her one of the trips I was home, and she was like, I'm just not sure what exactly I want. And then the more we talked, it kind of came together and solidified. And when we met in Omaha, it was and I have a wonderful sales rep in Omaha, so she got me all the books I needed to go over everything. So just the Lord works in amazing ways, and he has sure got me through this.
Well, I know there's a ways to go.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
A long ways to go. Anybody that's went through the loss of someone you care about, it actually never goes away. But it does get better. And I know that you have your friends and your support, and you have your work, which is really, really important. I know because you just love what you do, and
I do.
Gives you an outlet.
Yep, I get people that are like, are you going to move back to Maryland? It's like, oh, hell no. Sorry. I say that out loud. That's not happening. I don't think I could deal with the rat race there. And, it's, I've just got so much love and support here that, I just couldn't even imagine doing that. So.
Well, and you have, I know, some friends and some associates in Las Vegas as well. I wondered if you might consider that, but then reading the weather forecast here lately, I don't know if that's a great idea.
And I have friends in Texas. Actually, a couple came up from Texas that used to live in Las Vegas, and was such a surprise to have them come up and be here during everything. And, she texts me and she's like, oh, look, it's 107. And I was sending her back looking, oh, look, it's 72. I think I'll stay here.
Yeah, it's been.
We've had an amazing July so far.
We have, and June was yes. Really nice. And I was talking this morning over on KCNI, and you, as you say, you sometimes you count your blessings. And
oh my goodness, yes.
20 days of over 100 in Arizona, Phoenix area, and they're going to get up to 115 today. 90 at night, and we're looking at 85 for a high yesterday, mid-July.
I have friends in south of Phoenix, and I'm like, I'm not coming there either.
Well, we're going to stay in the middle here.
Just going to stay right here for a while.
Yeah.
Even next week looks really good.
Yeah,
so.
a few spikes,
Crazy.
but yeah, not bad. But that maybe kind of leads to the idea that we know that in Nebraska we get it all. We get 20 below and we get 105. So
it's going to come.
Yeah.
We know it's coming. August is still on the horizon.
August and September can be kind of rough.
Can be kind of nasty.
So I don't know how far ahead, or how, I guess, being blunt about it, how far behind you are. Maybe you aren't with all of the things you've told us, but if they're wondering, that window feels pretty warm. There's a lot of heat coming off of that.
Call me.
What can I do about it?
Just call me.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm getting back in the swing of work. took a couple weeks, but yeah, no, I've been able to get out and get things done. And I put in an order yesterday, and they said, oh, and your ship date is next week. And I'm like, no, I might have to hold back because I have to go to Maryland for the celebration of life with the kids and everybody. So it's like, we might need to hold that just because I didn't expect, them to say, oh, it'll ship next week. I'm like, okay, today is like Tuesday, and you're going to ship it next Monday. Okay, good news, but no. So it seems like all my vendors have all gotten caught up, and stock is good, and so they're shipping really quick. So
good.
Yeah,
don't get too carried away, Trish. I mean, for the long journey you went through, you're probably a little more tired than you might think you are.
Yeah, I have been getting up every morning and going to PIO with Cassie Henderson, bless her heart, and Jess Kirkpatrick. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I'd do without those two women. They're just amazing. And 5:45.
Wow.
Go do exercise. His body needs it. It's been sitting.
Yeah.
Even though I walked a lot in Omaha, it was still just a lot of sitting. You don't realize just sitting on your butt for 12 hours a day.
Yeah, and
this is not good for you.
It's not good for you, and then it gets a little surreal after a while. I think, doesn't it? When you're in the same place every day enclosed. And
yep, and. We don't realize it, but, the people that you see that, you have Melissa Gates, she is married, so I can't remember her last name, but Kevin and Colleen Gates' daughter is a trauma room, is an emergency room nurse. She's a trauma nurse, and she was such a blessing. It was just so nice to see her face because, being that far away from home, you just wanted something that was broken bow. And she would just come up every day that she worked. So it was just so cool to see her.
That helps.
Yep.
When there's those kind of trials in life and you look to your left and to your right and you see other people's situations, isn't that kind of an eye-opener?
Oh, it is, especially when I met a lady that her husband had been there 6 months.
Oh, my gosh.
And we were always with the transplant team because they're the ones that were in charge of Spencer. And then I met another one of the people that were involved with transplant, and he's been there a little bit over a year and a half at that time. And they walked in one day, and I was telling them about, meeting these people, and they looked at me and they said, we need to get you better friends. Like, yeah, maybe. These are a little scary because you never think that somebody is in a hospital for that long.
For that long
time.
I mean,
even Spencer was in over 3 months.
That's
and
a long
you
time.
just don't. You think of hospitals as a transition. It's you go in, you do this, and you get out, and you go to PT, or you go wherever you go, or swing bed, and then you go home. You just never think in your wildest dreams that you could be there dealing with something like that for so long, and then to see other people that have been dealing with it for much longer, and it's just that your heart kind of sinks because it's like, what if? You don't know. You have no idea what that outcome is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. We've changed the way we think about hospitals anymore because you have outpatient, you have all these different things.
In and out.
It used to be they kept you there a week if you had, a headache, and now you're in and out in most cases. So that is a long time in today's world. But
it is crazy, and then you walk by rooms that there's nobody in there with it. That just nobody with that person that's in that bed, and it just makes you so sad. And that people have to work, and that life goes on, but you just it makes you sad because there's so many things that happen that don't get communicated or whatever, and you just kind of want to scream sometimes. It's like, no, but
it's kind of
learn.
You do.
Everybody's human.
Yeah,
so,
and when you're there every day, all day, like I believe you probably were for the 99% of the time, you still don't understand everything that you're told because
No.
it changes day to day. It's a roller coaster ride, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It was the worst roller coaster I'd ever been on.
Yeah.
And I know it was hard for Spencer because he couldn't talk, and that was the craziest part of it all.
That's the hard part.
yeah.
Part of the
Yep.
hard parts.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
we've been
just
thinking
thank
about
everybody.
you. Yeah.
'Cause it was a lot of prayers. I know there were a lot of prayers.
Well, we're glad you came in today. You told me I ran into you the other day and
Yep.
said, I'll see you Wednesday.
Yep.
So I was looking forward to it. And also, kind of, you go, well, we want to make it as easy as we can for you here because you're such a good friend, more than a
That's why I
business
said
associate.
It's coffee with friends. It's,
Yeah.
Like, what do you talk about? And I have no idea. I just go in and sit and we talk.
I think, and maybe Brent would have a comment on this. How long have you been here now?
13 years, I think. I think I've got 13. That's the only way I can keep track. I've got 13 of the fair stickers
There you
in
go.
the window.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
like I started with the very first year I was here and haven't missed one. So I've got all of them.
Well, I think an observation should be made here, and I'm not trying to embarrass you, but you've been here 13 years.
I think it's 13. I don't know.
12,
I could be wrong.
13,
Yeah,
14,
whatever it
whatever.
is.
And because of your and Spence's personalities and friendliness, you probably have more friends than a lot of people who have lived here 50 years or all their lives. I think, Brent, because this warm, friendly personality is what people enjoy, and they enjoy working with you in their homes. And as you say, almost all your customers, if not all of them, become your friends.
Yeah, they're just friends, and you laugh because I never delete like message threads, and I said somebody would call me and it'll pop up. Then I'll go to text them, and I see this whole text before of 5 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever it is. I can go all the way back.
String them all together.
Somebody's like, "Why do you keep those?" And I'm like, I don't know. It just seems to make me smile when I go back and realize how long I've known somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well,
but good friends.
it's good having you in, and going back to the business side, you're ready to go
Yep.
all the time, or
Yeah.
50%?
Pretty much. Next week's I've, like I said, got to go back to
You go.
Maryland and do that. So, the rest of this week, and then just figure from the beginning of August, I'll be pretty much back in where I need to be.
Designs of distinction,
That's
and
right. Yep.
as always, I think because of even 6 months down the road, the best way to start the process is give you a call,
Give
right?
me a call or text at 308-870-3677.
And if they see your rig there in
Oh.
front of this
That
shop,
means I'm there.
you're there. Just come
Might
on
have
in.
walked around back, or over to Ace, because I have a habit of doing that. And then I walk in and get scared because somebody says, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, I never lock the door unless I'm leaving for the day. So.
Okay. Of course, all the shades and blinds and all of that, are you going to continue to do a little bit of small upholstery work or not?
I need to get caught up on so many things.
Yeah.
I still have a chair in there, and Shirley Martin, she probably hates me now.
Oh, I doubt it.
I doubt it too, but no, she's a wonderful friend, and she wants this chair, and I keep looking at it. It's got broken pieces, and I just don't know where to start sometimes. It's like I want to rip it apart, and then I'm afraid to rip it apart. So
Well, once you do, you'll have to put it back together,
I
you know.
know, and see, that's the trick. It's like you got to put it back together. So,
All right.
But okay,
Thanks a lot for coming in.
thanks, guys.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing you next time or running into you somewhere around the area. If not, who knows where you'll
Yes.
show up. Might be in
I
Burwell or-
almost came up to you about mowing my yard because I couldn't get that dang. I have a hard time with stupid pole things. They should be outlawed.
Well, you
Somebody
just let me-
should whoever invented those stupid things.
Well, just let me know. I'll come down.
My cousin came over and he pulled it twice. He's like, "Look, it starts," and I'm like, "Great, good for you." So I go out there a couple days ago and it actually started, and I'm like, "Okay." So And I like the push mower. You have your riding lawnmower. Spencer loved his little riding lawnmower on our postage stamp yard. 4 passes, you're done. I'm like, okay, good. It's crazy.
Well, I also have a little push mower, so if you can't get to it, you let me know.
Okay, I will.
And I won't send you a bill, I promise.
But you're going to send Brent one.
I was just
You're
going
to
say.
send him my bill.
You know what? I would actually pay that one, Trish, for you. I would do that.
News is next. Start checking items off your warm weather to-do list with the help of Ansley Lumber and Supply. They have the materials you need. LP Smart Siding featuring premium diamond coat technology will protect your home for years to come. To protect from the top, ask about shingles and other roofing options. Need to rework or build a deck? Ansley Lumber has great material options there too. Strong, high-quality materials to keep your home safe and strong for years, all from their friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you along the way. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Former President Trump has pleaded his case to voters after revealing he's the target of a criminal investigation into election interference. He spoke to voters at a Fox town hall in Iowa.
They feel, I guess, they want to try and demean and diminish and frighten people, but they don't frighten us.
Scorching heat continues to sear the South and Southwest. Zena Jones lives on the streets of Houston.
We all need some help one way or another. If it's just bringing some food, some water, because, you know, it's kind of hot out here.
Almost 30 years after he was killed in a drive-by shooting near Las Vegas, police have made a new move in the investigation into rapper Tupac Shakur's murder. KLAS TV's Samantha Cortese.
The Las Vegas Metro Police Department served a search warrant at a home in Henderson, Nevada on Monday. Police say they cannot provide further details, citing the open investigation. It's the first time the public has seen movement in the case in years.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, one person has died following a rollover Sunday night in Harlan County. The sheriff's office said the crash happened at around 8:45 p.m. east of Alma. They say Ian DeWitt of Kansas lost control of his vehicle, which caused it to roll and eject him from the vehicle. A passenger in the car sustained minor injuries. Seat belts were not in use. An autopsy has since been ordered. Hastings police have cited 2 teens after a theft from Walmart, something they say is a common occurrence. Captain Jason Haas says people are going through the self-checkout lanes and not scanning all of their items. He says the cameras that are used are exceptional and security will usually catch them and call the police. The latest incident involved 2 teens believed to be related who purchased more than $100 in items, but also had more than $100 worth of other items not scanned in their bags. Police say they get more of these calls now than true shoplifting calls.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In Major League Baseball, we had 12 teams that scored double digits on Tuesday. 4 games had both teams score 10 or more runs, highlighted by the Diamondbacks outlasting the Braves 16-13. Mets beat the White Sox 11-10. Royals over the Tigers 11-10. Giants beat the Reds 11-10. San Francisco and Cincinnati also wrapped up a game that was postponed because of rain on Monday. Giants win that one as well, 4-2 in 10 innings. Brewers lose to the Phillies 4-3, so Milwaukee holds a 2.5 game lead on Cincinnati atop the NL Central. Dodgers defeat the Orioles 10-3. LA has a 1.5 lead on San Francisco in the NL West. Battle of division leaders, Rangers over the Rays 5-3. Texas moves 4.5 up on Houston for first in the AL West. Astros lose to the Rockies 4-3. Tampa Bay still has a 1-game lead on Baltimore atop the AL East. Twins beat the Mariners 10-3. It was the Guardians all over the Pirates 10-1. The Twins still have a 1.5 lead on Cleveland for the AL Central's top spot.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Do pick up a chance for some scattered showers and storms with high temperatures up to 84. For tonight, a lingering chance for some showers and storms in the evening, dropping back to a low of 60. Then a good deal of sunshine making a return for your Thursday with a high of 80. Thursday night, chance for storms, but clearing out for your Friday up to 83. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
8:06, cloudy skies here at Broken Bow, 66 degrees, winds southwest 5-6 miles per hour. Pretty dark out there right now, a little hazy as well this morning because the humidity is at 95%. Barometric pressure on a slow rise now at 30.06, humidity at 85, high yesterday of 85, an overnight low of 64. Sunset today at 9:09, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:22. 2 inches and 0.04 precipitation measured so far this month of July. Now 7 past the hour of 8 o'clock. If you haven't checked it out, there's a real nice story on Sandhills Express about what took place on Sunday as the sod house in Broken Bow out at the Red Barn grows taller, getting ready for the application of a roof down the road. And that's part of the Sandhills National Scenic Byway. And we're, I think, going to be talking about that later on today or about some other things. So,
okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just find out.
It says Custer Federal State Bank, but over here it says Scenic Byway. So I'm thinking
they'll be donating their time to the Scenic Byway.
I'm just guessing.
Okay.
Sometimes we're expected to guess here on the Breakfast Show, and sometimes we don't even have a clue.
Yeah. Usually it's more of the latter.
Yeah.
Just don't have a clue.
And we can go with the flow, no doubt about it. Birthdays today, if you're having a birthday, happy birthday to you. You're celebrating with Brian May, the legendary guitarist and co-founder of the band Queen. He is 76 today. John Jones.
No idea. Oh, the UFC fighter? No, I don't really follow UFC all that close, but so I didn't recognize the name at first. But yeah, he's a UFC fighter, right?
MMA fighter and UFC, whatever that means, I don't know. He's only 23, is the first to be, the youngest UFC champion in history at age 23. He's 36 now.
Oh, okay.
Howard Schultz, probably doesn't ring a bell, wouldn't with most of us, but he's very rich.
Oh.
A lot like Brad Atkins.
Oh.
Howard Schultz is 70 today and the founder of and CEO of Starbucks.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Kind of relates up to what's going on in Arnold with Brad Atkins buying everybody coffees at Brubaker's.
That's true.
And if you haven't been into Brubaker's lately, stop by and say, I heard on the breakfast show that Brad Atkins is paying for coffees for everybody.
Dave Burney on the breakfast show says, charge it to Brad.
Charge it to Brad. That's right. And they'll write it down and Brad will pay for it.
There you go.
He's rich just like Howard Schultz, CEO and founder of Starbucks. And he started out by selling drip machines and somehow made small, medium, and large obsolete as far as the containers go. Also, Rachel Robinson is 101. or it might be Rochelle. I think Rochelle Robinson is correct. 101, former nurse and nursing professor and widow of the late baseball legend Jackie Robinson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's going on at Brewbakers?
Well, when you're in there charging it to Brad, make sure you...
Charge it to Brad.
Make sure you check out their gift selection because they have a BOGO sale. That would be buy one, get one. Now through end of July. Buy one purse, get one free. Look for green dots for other BOGO deals around the store. And if you come across an item that has a blue dot on it, you get 30% off. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturdays from 9 until 3. Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts, where coffee with a friend is always a good idea.
And again, just go in. I heard it on the breakfast show, and Brad always wants this added. Dave
said, yes.
Said, charge it to Brad. Get yourself a nice cup of coffee, specialty drink, whatever you want off the coffee side of things. Brad will take care of it for you.
All right.
He's filthy rich. Sylvester's in Broken Bow invite you to come out this Friday night because Thunder Karaoke is back. Grab all your friends and go on out and enjoy. You can watch. You can get up and sing as a group or individually. Doesn't matter. Pick out your song and wail away. And the words are right there. If you can't remember the words, they're right in front of you. The time is now to hop up on stage and sing with your friends at Sly's, starting at 9 p.m., going till 1 a.m. this Friday night. Karaoke at Sylvester's in Broken Bow at
the
quiet little place.
That rocks! Wow. Sylvester's. Hey, your friends at Universal Insurance remind you that it's always good to make sure you are insured on everything you need to be insured on. They will help you look at all of your coverage to make sure that you are where you need to be. They can help you make sure that you're properly insured on all of your equipment, can help to make sure that your building values are at the appropriate levels. So give Universal Insurance of Broken Bow a call today, 872-6438. You can also stop in to see them at their office right off Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group.
Thank you very much, Brent. I appreciate it so much. You're quite a guy.
Well, thanks, Dave. You're very welcome.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Opportunity to work with so many small businesses across the state. Take advantage of all the business banking options that Bruning Bank has to offer online, such as remote capture, ACH manager, business bill pay, QuickBook compatibility, and more. Stop by or call to learn more about business banking with Bruning Bank. Member FDIC.
Good morning, Captain.
Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
8:18, we appreciate that very much. We also appreciate Custer Federal State Bank, who oftentimes come in and talk about banking. They oftentimes also donate time to good organizations, good activities, and that's what they've done here today. Custer County Museum will be featured today, activities there. And the director, Tammy's in. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Good. How's things, really? I mean, honestly, it's all good?
Yes. I just recently got to go down and see all 3 of my grandkids, too. So I got a little time off. That grandmaing to do.
Some grandmaing. That's good. That's good.
And they are located where?
One is in Kearney and 2 are in Beatrice.
Ah, okay.
A 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 7-week-old.
Oh, man.
Neat. All right.
Fantastic. Nothing better, Tammy, than that.
I got out away from the museum and got to do grandmaing.
Yeah. Well, grandmaing's fun whether you're at the museum or not, right? I mean, it's
Well, yeah, because you also get those little kids that'll come in with their grandparents.
True.
So I always have little projects for them to do. I have a little scavenger hunt for the kids. And it's a word search also in that, but you get to see all those different words. And also one of the words in there is grandparent.
All right.
It's hard to if you bring your grandma, there she is. Yeah. Been busy, though.
Good. Well, summer's got to be the busiest time, I would think, other than maybe somewhere around the holidays when people come back.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of traffic going down Highway 2 and up in Highway 2.
Every which way.
Yeah.
I've had lots and lots of visitors. The Passport program has been our main feature this year. We're nearing about that 2,000 visitors, and this was from May 1st.
Wow.
Count numbers. And we have to keep track of the paper stamp visitors, and they give us the digital count. So the combination of those, about half and half.
Mm-hmm.
The digital part is, I don't want to keep track of paper, I can do it this way.
Right.
But there's also a little history question in that. The question is, Mr. Hewitt found, the Hewitt family found the bow that was broken, and who actually found it in the creek? The dog, Scout, the kids, or Mr. Hewitt himself?
I'm going with the dog.
I'm going with Mr. Hewitt.
You're both wrong. It was the kids.
Oh, it was the kids.
Because they were
of course.
playing in the water.
Yeah. But were they playing with the dog?
Well, they might have,
okay.
because all them pictures have a dog in them, so he probably did. And it's probably a black and white dog, too.
Now, am I thinking right? He was the postmaster?
Yep, he was the early postmaster. So them little digital ones get you a little history trivia of each place of the different things. So, and then the paper stamp does not have that extra question. But we do give those visitors a little bit of history, like a note card or a little booklet, and they take history with them.
Yeah, that's great. And I know that a lot of them will stop at both the museum and the Red Barn as well.
The Red Barn, yeah. And at first they were coming through, and it's like, I got my stamp. I'm headed to the next, whatever. And I said, oh, did you get both of them here?
Mm-hmm.
And there are a couple of towns that are smaller towns for sure, because like Lincoln, Omaha, you'll have 5 or 6 in each one, so they're all in different areas. But some of those are like, oh, I had to go back because I forgot the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I did that in Ogallala. I was out there for a reunion, and I was there all weekend, and I even was right at it, and I passed my stamp. So it's like I was 3 blocks from it all weekend and didn't get it.
Didn't get it. Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot of different reasons people participate in this, I think. My wife's been volunteering out at the Red Barn, and she finds it real interesting. Some people are pretty casual about it. Some people, it's like a goal that they're going to they're going to achieve, right?
Yeah. So some of them really just speed through. I say that there's streakers, strollers, and students. Streakers are going to go real fast through there.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Right.
Stroller will go through, browse, and get back out. And a student will stay in there and stay at the table.
Yeah.
Or study each picture, read each caption we have in there. So the three different versions of pass-by people, or visitors, of doing. And it gives them this route. Each year it's different. I have started people as they're halfway through Nebraska, coming from whichever way. Have you ever considered, doing this? Probably Joan's done the same thing. Where you going to, or where you coming from, and have you ever taken in this passport opportunity? And it's like some of them have said, well, no, where's it go? I show him. He says, well, we're not really on a path, but I guess that would give us a reason to go.
Mm-hmm.
I said, it's an open invite this year to go to these places, and here's their hours. Because that gives you a reason to go, and it gives you an invite or a pathway or direction. So it's just wandering. Well, this will help you wander.
Well, there is something to that. If folks out there listening have been on vacation somewhere, and you kind of all of a sudden are kind of wandering, you don't really know, what are we going to do tomorrow type of conversation. Where do you want to go? And you get out the map, and some people go, well, let's go here. The other ones go, well, I don't know, let's go.
Put a pin drop out there.
Yeah,
it's like this gives you those pin drops ahead, kind of.
kind of gives you a little route to kind of keep you, without having those decisions to make.
Yeah, and I had one the other day, and he says, we've reached our furthest west point of day tripping. They were coming out of Omaha. They day tripped every site. And then they were going to camp the Westport. So they were, and he had some sort of procedure he had to have done, and then he was going to go back out. That's why they were going to split halfway. So, and it does go through the end of September. So I have some of them that will go through that end of September and take in that last part of it, because the obligation of the hours are still in this for the businesses and sites, that it goes through the end of September. So they can do fall hours rather than heat of the summer of doing, so they can take some other things.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them go, that venture of going, we're just getting out, and it's like, well, where are you staying at? What's your kind of plan? Wherever we pull up to.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of them have, we're going to be at this in 3 days, and we're going to be at that in 4 days, and we'll be at this. So they haven't mapped out, but it's just everybody has a different idea of what they're doing. Or the one will camp with sisters. And I said, this one's from Wyoming, and that one's from Texas, and this one's from Missouri. I said, what you're out of state people doing? She says, well, actually, this is home for all of us. So they take their month's trip, and they vacation around in Nebraska and see places they've never seen, even though they were native to here.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Is there a reward at the end of the...
There's kind of a reward system. It's a drawing type thing, but one thing I always kind of strive to get my 25 stamps. 10 stamps, you get a few lottery coupons or Nebraska Lottery, and a little magnet. And I've got each of those each year, which is 10. 25 is a Visit Nebraska calendar. It's a beautiful calendar, and then it has in the past had a pull-off postcard on each month out of that picture.
Okay.
Leaves the picture there, but you pull off just the postcard part. And then it goes on up to a campfire mug. And as you go down, as you get more on your list, they all add up. You get the beginning one, and then you get the second one and the third one. You kind of compile those up. And at the very end, if you get all 70, which I have had... one that completed them, and they were from Cheyenne, Wyoming, and they had completed it June, I think 20th or something like that. So they did their first 6 weeks basically out and traveling, and I had to ask, and they were the students. They stayed at each stop, and they looked and they looked and they looked. She was from North Platte.
Gosh.
That's why they'd come over for their yearly visit. And they've done it multiple years, but they take and say, I've lived here, but I want to see Nebraska. And it does take you to a lot of places. Like I went down to Pickerel, went down to that one. It's like, whoo! I didn't know that was there.
Yeah, they discover a lot, and so many of them do camp. I think they find some, like maybe get off the road a little bit and get to Victoria Springs and places like that, Arnold Park, and
yeah, they see all those see the countryside, and take in what's around our beautiful Nebraska that has all the different sites. It goes up to Alliance, up our byways here. Ashby is up the way. And Kalinda's Pot Shop is up there for her pottery and art, and she has a wonderful shop up there. And but each one of those have a different site along the way, and I've heard that we want to stop back to our past stops in your town, because Broken Bow has had a stop almost every year. So we want to take and just come back again, spend a week in all the stops that you've had.
That has a lot of impact on communities when people come back.
Yeah, they get here, and then they come back, and it's like, oh, I hear that, and I'm thinking, oh, I said, well, let us know, when you stop back by, because you get thousands coming through. It's like, what was your name?
Yeah.
Where was you coming from? Yeah. But, yeah, you have those little memorable stories or whatever of the different ones that you talk to. But that's a lot of them.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. The Passport program continues through the end of September, correct?
Yes, it goes through the end of September. So if you're out junk johnning, you can also pick up some of the other things. A few of those are on that same list. Wanted to give you a little bit on our research. We've been busy with our research ones. We've had a gentleman come in and do some baseball work. You might know him. Before tournaments, he was looking up some rosters of kids that were on at that time in the 70s and 80s. I think he was in 70s and 80s is where he's looking at. And then we've had all sorts of alumni people come in finding out their different classmates or different things. One of the passporters looked up her alumni because her dad was a grocery store manager here. And it happened to be somebody else was looking up research for a Broken Bow one. And she said, well, her sister was my classmate. Wow. So they got a little reminiscing about the family. Yeah. So kind of some different ones. But we have been busy with all the different things. I have my upcoming piece is that I have a couple of researchers. A unique one, I have one coming from Switzerland. Wow. For the Kalin family here. Oh. And so he's looking to connect with a lot of the living relatives from the Kalin family from Switzerland originating.
Fantastic.
So, and he'll come in August here. So it should be changing a little weather, right, by then?
Maybe, yeah.
After County Fair, so it should be cooling off, right?
Maybe. And
then I do have one that's working on coming up, the Oliver sisters, which had a millinery shop or dress shop downtown here. So looking up some old family or things, whatever. But yeah, it's always turning around. Wintertime, we're open through the winter, which surprises some of the passporters, as most museums are not open over the winter. Yeah. But we do have year-round hours, less hours in the winter for sure. It's when we do our reset of displays or different things or set up for the next year or do some changes. And we are, by the way, looking for a couple of team members, board members, to come in. September is when we start on our next year's things, but you can always pop in, see what's going on. We would take in history lovers or enthusiasts or active people of wanting to do some things, and our 150th is coming up.
Oh, okay.
So we do have some projects or some things that we probably need to team together with and do some things, but that would be something of upcoming.
So you have 2 positions to fill?
I have a couple.
Okay.
So, and our board members rotate on years on and off. So we try and do like a 3-year term, and then next year we'll have one that come on will be a 3-year term. So they kind of rotate. So we'll stagger those as they come on if there's multiple. So we're kind of in our little skeleton crew right now for board members, but we would take in and do some adjusted years.
For those out there listening, thinking, I'd be interested in hearing, more about this. I'm wondering if they would one of their questions would be, how much time does this involve as a board member? Just kind of generally, can you kind of address that?
My ask would be that help with like our monthly meetings, which would cover the business, different things of the business. And then in the summertime, if you could give 1 or 2 Saturdays for the summer.
For the whole summer?
For the whole summer.
Okay.
2 Saturdays total. And if we have a full board, that seems to work with 1. But right now we'll have to have 2 Saturdays. And it's a matter of teaming up with somebody. It's not putting you out there on a brand new and, that way, but following along somebody else and helping out, and then maybe going solo or maybe taking another person with you. So, but yeah.
Okay.
And it's always, we leave it up to the board member to how involved they are, but kind of an indication that we want you to be involved.
Yeah.
So we've got newsletter that I always do, and proofing that newsletter is always a little chore. You can look at it and you know what it says, and then, oh yeah, by the way.
Yeah, another set of eyes is always good.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many total members do you try to have on the board?
We can have a maximum of 12.
Okay.
And we try and stagger that out through the county also, involvement from the different areas. If you happen to be living at Myrna, but you were formerly from Anselmo, you would cover that area kind of connection. Yeah.
Well, that sounds fun. All right.
Yeah.
Tammy, thanks so much. Anything else?
No, other than thank you to Custer Federal for the time here and enjoy the byway.
All right. Appreciate it. We'll take a quick time out. Got some more John Prine lined up for you.
Fair time is going to be here in no time at all. We're so excited at Bo Bootery. For our amazing 4-H and FFA exhibitors, we have marked $20 off children's-sized boots, $30 off adult-sized boots. This sale is for in-stock boots only, and once again for our FFA and 4-H exhibitors. Best of luck at the Custer County Fair, everyone. Have a blast making some memories. Come see us soon at Bo Bootery, your home-owned shoe store on the square in Broken Bow.
Did you just finish your big landscaping project but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. Call 872-5111. Did you slide into second but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call your movement rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111 in Broken Bow or any of our locations in Gothenburg, Burwell, Kearney, Callaway, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com, 872-5111.
At a great price of 10 for $10. 85% lean ground beef in a 10-pound tube is $3.59 a pound. Delicious sweet dark red cherries are $1.99 a pound. Or save on 1-pound packages of sweet strawberries, 2 for $5. Start your morning with General Mills cereals, only 2 for $6. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. One thing you can always count on, though, is Nebraska State Bank, looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 6.49% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. You heard that right, a 6.49% fixed interest rate. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Waking up Central Nebraska.
They are so funny.
KCNI, KBBN.
20 minutes before the hour of 9 o'clock. Do you think I should wear a tie tomorrow when I mow Carla Williams' lawn?
Mowing in a tie. I don't know. I've only seen you. I've known you for a long time. I'm guessing, well, my first summer here was 91.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be over 30 years I've known you. I've seen you in a tie once, and that was when my mom visited.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a tie other than that one time. So, but you're thinking of wearing, I don't know, that's, wow.
Well,
you don't see too many people out mowing the yard in a tie, but it would make a statement.
Well, I want to be a business, I want to be a business person.
Sure.
And I want to impress Carla. And, of course, if it's going to be on Facebook, I want to let people know I'm serious about doing business with them, giving them the business.
Have we looked at the forecast yet? I think it's to be fairly cool, isn't it? Thursday, hot days are coming,
They are coming, yes.
Which I knew they were because Brent's doing a baseball tournament in McCook coming up.
The banana belt.
So I knew the hot days were coming. Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow, right?
Right,
You're doing
tomorrow,
it?
yes.
Mostly sunny, 80 degrees.
Oh, beautiful.
For the high. Let me click on it. See, a northeast breeze even.
Perfect.
Around 10 miles an hour. You probably could get away with a tie. See, I was worried about, boy, if it's going to be hot and humid, that top buttoned up and a tie. Might be too much for you.
I might be able to even put on a suit coat.
Oh, wow. A tie and a coat. Now, I would love to see the video and picture of that if he were on your mower, mowing Carla Williams' yard and in a tie and a coat.
I think to really give the business effect, I should put something in my hair and slick it back.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll look like a slick salesperson, mowing man. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. Let me try that again. Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow believes that an active life is a nurturing experience, and at their facility, residents can thrive and live an active lifestyle. Activities can bring about a feeling of sense and self-worth and well-being. Some daily stimulation and physical activities include movies, music, crafts, games, exercise, gardening, cooking, and outings in their new outdoor area that they built. They are a specialized Alzheimer's dementia care assisted living facility, and if you are wanting more information about Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, call this number, 872-6387.
All right. Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce reminds you that tomorrow is Market on the Square from 3 until 7 in downtown Broken Bow. A lot of the same vendors that you've been seeing week in and week out will be there once again, so take advantage of that in downtown Broken Bow tomorrow. Also, the Broken Bow Chamber wants to let you know that tickets are now available for two of the biggest social events in Broken Bow. The women's and men's steak fry. They're coming up. And tickets are available now for the women's and men's steak fry events. Ladies' steak fry tickets are $30. Men's steak fry, $35. The women's steak fry and salsa contest, it says. So apparently they're salsa contest. The women's steak fry is set for August 7th. from 5:15 until 8 p.m. at the Broken Bow Golf Club. Again, tickets for the women's steak fry, $30, available now at the Broken Bow Chamber. And then the guys' steak fry will be coming up a week later after that on August the 14th. Tickets for it, $35, 5:15 to 9 p.m. for the men's steak fry. Both events will be held at the Broken Bow Golf Club, and you can get your tickets now at the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Brent. A website has been created as a resource of mental health providers here in Custer County. And there were some community members concerned about some of the things that were happening in this area due to mental health. And they decided we need to do something about it. So they created a website that you can go to for those health providers. They're listed, and there's contact numbers and website addresses and so forth, and it's both in Spanish and English. And they've done this for the community because they believe friends and loved ones can make a big difference. In 2020, only 20% of adults received any mental health treatment in the past year, which included 10% who received counseling or therapy from a professional. And it's proven that therapy can help. Friends and family can be important influences to help someone get treatment and services they need. So reach out and let them know about this source. It's mhpcc.org. That's the address, mhpcc.org. Check it out, take a look at it, and then if you have somebody you're worried about, let them know about it.
Tomorrow is the third Thursday of the month, and on the third Thursday of each month, they do something special at Rustic and Red in Cozad that they call their Sip and Shop. So grab your friends and head to Rustic and Red in Cozad for the event tomorrow. Now, the store itself will be open from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. for the day. The sipping will start at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Sales will run all day. You can also register for their door prize. Keep listening for more details on their sales or follow them on Facebook to see what they're up to at Rustic and Red in Cozad.
I have some important information here this morning, I think, that fits together with our next live read for Nebraska Land Hearing Center. This was available to me this morning through CBS, and they send out information for us to talk about. This one kind of fits the bill here. Hearing aids could cut the risk of dementia in half.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm sure that's not in every case, but it is proven that when you don't hear very well, you kind of go into your own little world and you don't communicate. You have loss of social activity, and it actually accelerates the dementia that is developing. So if you have someone out there who is not hearing very well, you might recommend that they get their ears checked. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University found that it can slow the onset of dementia by 48%. It's more proof the brain and ear are more closely connected, and hearing loss can tangle signals in the brain. Hearing aids also encourage social behavior, as we mentioned, and known to lower the risk of, losing your awareness around you. So, stop in and see Roxanne. She's a board-certified hearing instrument specialist here in Broken Bow. She has over 30 years of experience. She lives right here in town. She's proud to be a part of the community, and she'll offer you dependable service right here in Custer County and surrounding area. She offers free hearing evaluations and free office calls, free extended warranties on the hearing aids that you purchase, extended discounts for buying local, and you can receive trade-in value on old hearing aids. She has discounts as high as $2,000. She also offers chamber bucks with purchase on new hearing aids. And she'll do the custom fitting for your hearing aids that make sure they fit correctly. Call her at 308-384-3852 to make an appointment. And she's located with the Chamber of Commerce building on the east side of the square in Broken Bow. And I just talked to Roxanne the other day because I was in seeing Steph at the Chamber. Mm-hmm. Roxanne's stopped and said, everything all right with I have a relative that received hearing aids lately, and she just wanted to make sure everything was going okay. That's what you get with Nebraska Land Hearing.
There you go. Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts. You'll find them right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, just east of the courthouse on Highway 2 in Broken Bow. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. until 2 p.m., and open Friday and Saturday from 7 until 3. Every month, they put together some special drinks for the month, and for the rest of July, they will be featuring the Bonfire Mocha, a mixture of chocolate and cinnamon, the Butterfinger, mixture of peanut butter, chocolate, and butterscotch, the Red, White, and True, a mixture of raspberry and white chocolate, the Nutty Squirrel, caramel sauce and English toffee, and the Honest Abe, the special drinks for the month of July at Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts in Broken Bow. Their drinks can be ordered iced, blended, or hot. And don't forget, you can also grab a delicious pastry or one of Sarah's sweets while you're in. And make sure you check out some of the gifts that they have in the store as well. Don't forget about their pet-friendly patio. Bring the pet with you. They have treats for your four-legged friends, and you can enjoy that out on the pet-friendly patio right there at Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts that you'll find just east of the courthouse on Highway 2 in Broken Bow.
I ain't got nobody.
John Prine Day knocking on the screen door right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And there was a very nice lady knocking on our door, so we let her in, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
It's always good to see you, Tiffany. How's things at Custer Care Center?
It's busy, that's for sure.
Now, you told us before you went on the air that you took a little drive yesterday.
I did. That was just to take a client to see family. So that was on my own time.
That was on your own time.
Yes.
Folks, Tiffany is a truck driver. You did a long haul there.
I did. I felt like I was a truck driver. Got home at 11:30 last night, so it was a long day.
That's what you did for somebody, though.
Yes.
And you said that was a client?
Yes.
Okay. Well, see, there you go. That's the kind of care that people get at the Custer Care Center.
That's right.
Because you develop relationships with these people that go beyond just, the hours of the day that you work.
Exactly.
So to speak.
Yes. Yeah. We have become quite the family, that's for sure.
That's good.
Yes.
That's great. And, well, let's talk about the facility where that family, resides, because you've got the kitchen, you've got the room where they do the crafts out in the dining area.
Out in the dining area, yep.
And then you have upstairs where you have your office, I think.
No, Jeanette's office
That's
is upstairs. I'm downstairs now.
Oh.
Right off the kitchen. That was not very nice of them. Because then I have to sit there and smell all this wonderful food. We have really good cooks.
You do.
And it makes for a long morning having to sit there and smell that good food.
I was going to say, if it was me, I'd just move my office into the kitchen if, I was that close.
There has been times they know when I come walking through with a smile on my face that I'm looking for something good to eat.
Oh, man, they bake something up, maybe some rolls or cookies. That's hard to resist, isn't
it is, yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they cook. Oh, it is so good.
Some of the apartments are upstairs.
Yes, we have 5 rooms upstairs and 2 rooms downstairs.
Okay.
And we currently are full. We have a waiting list. So, you can come in anytime and take a tour and get on the waiting list. And then when we call, and not very often do we have a room available, but once in a while we do. And so just get on the waiting list and we'll call you. And if you're not quite ready, that's fine. We'll move on to the next person and you can stay on the waiting list.
All right. Now, I think you still are available for people who maybe need an afternoon to stop by and spend some time.
Yes, that's our adult day service. And that's something that I forget to talk about a lot. If you are taking care of somebody and you have an appointment or you need to go to work or you just need some time away, we have our adult day service. Drop them off and they get to participate in all the activities. They get to eat all the good food. Yes.
How late can someone stay for that, Tiffany?
Our brochure says 5, but we're pretty lenient. We just can't have anybody overnight because we don't have any open beds.
Sure.
So we used to have somebody that would come at like 5 o'clock in the evening and stay until 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then go home for the night. But yeah, they can come whenever.
Right. In other words, if somebody has a grandparent or a family member and they get off work at 5, you're not kicking that person out until they get picked up, right?
We won't make them sit outside and wait for you.
All right. Speaking of sitting outside, it's been so wonderful lately. I imagine you're getting some patio time in.
We are. The clients love to go outside, sit on the patio, and do their activities, and sometimes just sit and visit or eat an ice cream bar. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of shaded there, and
yes, it is.
It's really, really a nice spot.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's move outside the facility because you offer in-home care.
Correct.
Everywhere. I guess that
everywhere. Yes. Yep. We just picked up some new ones. Picked up one in Arcadia. Yeah. So we go pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. And that, folks, if you're maybe a first-time listener and haven't heard us talking about it, that is a service that allows people to get some help in their own homes.
Right. It's so people can stay home longer. We go in, do light housekeeping, meal preparation, medication reminders. Pretty much anything you need done. Huh. We don't mow yards or scoop snow, but yeah.
Yeah, change beds and that sort of thing.
Oh, yes, change beds, laundry, yeah.
Okay, and that's so much per hour? Is that how that works?
Yes, that's well, some insurances will pay for that, so the best thing to do about that is to call the facility. And Nancy Young is on vacation right now. I'm kind of mad at her because she's going to Alaska.
Ooh,
nice.
I mean, she's home right now, but in August, I think she's going to Alaska, and I tried talking her into putting me in her suitcase, but
no kidding, that would be a great trip.
She didn't tell me when we were leaving, so I bet I don't make it in her suitcase.
I bet you don't hear the date.
I bet I don't either. Darn it. But Nancy is very good at that. She knows all the stipulations and everything, so you can call the facility, and we'll either get you in touch with Nancy or somebody can answer your questions.
The information.
There at the facility.
And last but not least, transportation. Now, you took your own time yesterday to take that long trip for a client, but you have, 8 or 9 or 10 vehicles now?
We have 10 vehicles, 6 drivers. And I tell you what, Peggy was going to come with me this morning, and as we were getting ready to leave, she took a trip. So,
had Peggy, to go help somebody?
Yes. So the insurance, one of the insurances that cover transportation, they have figured out that they can call Peggy, and Peggy will pretty much do any trip that she can at all possible. So we go, well, like the trip she just took was going to Culbertson and picking somebody up and taking them to, I think, North Platte.
Wow.
But we also do local ones, you know, if you live here in Broken Bow or around, you know, in surrounding communities and you need a trip to the doctor, the eye doctor, a specialist, you know, we will just call Peggy, 872-6303, and she will get that set up for you.
All right. I think you're probably okay. You have a website, Facebook?
Yes. We're on Facebook, and our website is www.custercare.com, and you can get information for all of our services there, or you can call the facility or stop in and see us. We love visitors. So
okay. Got it going on.
Yes.
Custer Care Center. The facility itself is kind of in a nice little corner of town up by the United Methodist Church, kind of west of that, or east of that.
East of that, yep.
Yep, and it's kind of protected in there. It's a nice little place to be located at, but then all the arms that you reach out with is amazing. So
yes.
Keep up the good work.
We have good neighbors. They take good care of us. So
real quick, looking for any help?
We're always looking for home caregivers, medication aides. If you're looking for a job, give us a call. I'm sure we have something available for you.
Okay. Are you going to get a nap in today, or?
No, maybe I'll cut out early and go home.
There you go. And maybe take there might be a leftover cinnamon roll or something you can take with you, go home, take a nap. And
you know, that's funny because they did have cinnamon rolls this morning.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I could eat that and then say, well, I got to go home and take a nap now.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Tiffany.
Thank you, guys.
Custer Care Center, right here in town and all over the area, serving communities. We'll take a time out for news.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Developing news from New York. A federal judge has rejected former President Trump's request for a new trial in the civil case brought by writer E. Jean Carroll. A jury found Mr. Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation and awarded Carroll $5 million in damages. This is day 6 of a strike by Hollywood actors, and the head of the SAG-AFTRA union, Fran Drescher, tells CBS Mornings studios have refused to negotiate.
They complain that it's going to shut down the business, but they don't come to the table. So I think stonewalling is their preferred technique.
There are $1 billion at stake in tonight's Powerball jackpot, and this man in Chino Hills, California is betting on a win, even though he's joined a few friends on a ticket.
I got a bunch of people in here. There's 35 other people, so I have to split the winnings with them, but I think I can retire.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
In the NFL, reports say the Steelers and outside linebacker Alex Highsmith have agreed on a 4-year, $68 million extension, more than $27 million of it guaranteed. The deal makes Highsmith one of the top 10 highest-paid pass rushers in the league. ESPN reports Cowboys 6-time All-Pro guard Zach Martin is considering not reporting to training camp because he believes he is woefully underpaid relative to the market and is frustrated with Dallas's lack of interest in restructuring his deal. Martin is due to make about $11 million this season. Golf news, Tiger Woods' ex-girlfriend Erica Herman has dropped a $30 million lawsuit against Woods' estate. And in college sports, reports say San Diego State is sticking in the Mountain West, at least for the time being. The conference reportedly told SDSU it is a member in good standing and will give the school the $6.6 million payment it was withholding.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Do pick up a chance for some scattered showers and storms with high temperatures up to 84. For tonight, a lingering chance for some showers and storms in the evening, dropping back to a low of 60. Then a good deal of sunshine making a return for your Thursday with a high of 80. Thursday night, chance for storms, but clearing out for your Friday up to 83. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client?
maybe an outdated news article, or sensitive personal information about your family. Search engines don't always get it right. But right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Currently 68 degrees under a cloudy sky, kind of dark out there right now. Winds are out of the south-southwest, 5 to 8 miles per hour. Here's Brent Apperson.
Okay, we'll tell you what's showing at the movies. Fox Theater in Broken Bow, some big movies showing right now. Of course, you have the latest Tom Cruise Mission Impossible film, which is out in theaters, including the Fox Theater right here in Broken Bow. Dead Reckoning Part 1 will continue to show through the rest of this week, on through the weekend and into next week as well. I've been talking a lot about the movie Sound of Freedom. That will continue to show at the Fox Theater through this week, through the weekend and into next week as well. If you haven't seen Harrison Ford's last turn as Indiana Jones, well, you have a couple of more nights to take advantage of it. Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny, will be leaving this week. Looks like its last day for showtime will be on Thursday at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Also, don't forget, as we go through the summer, they have their summer movie series, and this happens every Wednesday in the afternoon at 2 o'clock p.m. It is sponsored by SG Concrete Pros. They bring back a movie for the family and for the kids that they show on Wednesday through the summer, and showing today at 2 o'clock will be DC League of Super Pets. Just $2 PG, 105 minutes is the runtime, and you can take advantage of that this afternoon at the Fox Theater. As we mentioned, Sound of Freedom, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, those movies will stay at the theater through the weekend into next week. And then starting on Friday, Barbie. Barbie is coming to the Fox Theater. It'll start showing on Friday, run through the weekend, and into next week. To get your tickets, you can do so online if you wish. Just go to watchthefox.com, and you'll find all the information that you need to know about movie showtimes and what will be coming up yet this summer at the Fox Theater.
Oh, Grandpa wore his suit and dinner nearly every day. No particular
French fries, right?
Yes, sir, because that's what I eat my sandwich with, some Cajun fries.
All right, there you go. Well, swing on into Pizza Hut and get some Cajun fries, and you got just about everything. What about the dessert side of things, Ladarius? You still have what on that?
Well, we have fried apple pies. Those are pretty good. We have the chocolate chip cookies, the triple treat brownies. We have the cinnamon sticks, and we have the Cinnabons. Those are two.
All right. Well, you got everything covered there at the Pizza Hut. Before we let you go, let's talk about your help situation. Are you still looking for some people to join your team and help you out?
Yep, we need shift managers right now. We're down to only a couple because we got one that took a GM position elsewhere. So we're looking for that, and I need a part-time server. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday server. If you can work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, from 5 to close, that'd be nice.
All right. And if they're interested, they just swing on in and visit with you if you're available? All right.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. Anything else you want to mention, Ladarius, before we let you go?
Come in for lunch and have lunch with us.
All right. We'll encourage people to do that. And you open up at 11, is that right?
11 o'clock, yep.
Okay. We'll send them your direction.
You do that, man. I appreciate you.
All right, Ladarius, thanks for taking the time.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. Love that guy. He is great.
He's the best, yes.
More guests coming in from the bonfire. Stay tuned.
When I woke up this morning, things were looking bad. Seemed like total silence was the only friend I had.
Guess. boom, there they are. Now, we'll tell them who it is on the radio. I'm not sure I've got, it's Jelena, right?
Jelena.
Yes. And I won't even, I know I'm going to mess your first name up because Brent has it down.
It's Chana.
Chana.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We're there.
And they're here from the bonfire.
They are. Thank goodness. Had a good alumni weekend, we hear.
Yes, it kept us really busy, and we got to hear about the stories of the bonfire in the hotel, that what it used to be in the past, and so it was just really fun to see all the people just come back in and reminisce. So
yeah, we had a full house, alumni weekend. Everyone likes to stay with us, just given the history of the town, and it was a great time.
Good. Did they talk about, probably depend on which generation you were talking to or which, class, but my folks always talked about, and that's how the hotel's been around a long time, probably one of the first African-American cooks cooked at the Arrow Hotel and Cafe back in probably the 1950s, probably, early 60s maybe, which was kind of, ahead of its time back then. It was all pretty much Europeans around here. So
that's neat.
Yeah, that's kind of a neat story.
Fact,
yeah. Again, any ghosts around there over the weekend?
No sightings.
No, ghost free.
We were ghost free.
So what's on your mind today? What else you want to highlight now that you've got alumni, you've got bikers coming through, we've got fair coming up?
Yep.
Man, the list is long.
Yeah, so this week we've got the linemen's rodeo going on, so we have a lot of those gentlemen staying with us, so we're excited to see them again. It's always fun to hear about their adventures during the day and see how they did in their contests and stuff, so we're excited to see them. So we still got our firecracker as our drink special, the strawberry peach margarita, which is still pretty much one of the favorites so far. So so we're excited to see them.
Yeah, we had a great Bloody Mary bar.
Oh, yes. Mondays, every Monday, we're doing a Bloody Mary bar. And so this next week, we're going to do sliders on top of your Bloody Mary.
Oh, boy.
So you guys will have to come and check it out. You can just build your own. We just pour the vodka in the glass for you, and then you can just take off and use all the toppings that you want.
Sounds great. Now, I'll tell you, Brent, he doesn't involve himself in libations. I happen to be okay with that. So if you got a Mountain Dew for him, he'll be okay.
We do have all Coke products.
Okay.
All right. That'll work for me. If I get a Sprite, can I build that the way I want it?
Yeah. We can add some cherry juice. We could do some fruits or something.
All right.
For sure.
That'll work for me.
Yeah, I gotta.
What?
I could just see your Sprite with a little cherry on top.
See?
It's like a good old Shirley Temple.
Exactly. Good old Shirley. That's what I was thinking of. Now, the firecracker, that has the light-up ice cubes.
Yes.
Right?
So that's what makes it so fun, is at the end, we just put it in an ice cube that lights up when it gets wet, and it looks so fun. It looks more fun to drink, maybe, but the flavor is awesome. Yeah, definitely. And one of my employees came up with it, so I thought it was really neat that, my girls are always coming to me with different drink ideas, and I always encourage them just to let me know anything that, the customers might like as well, so.
Sounds delicious. How's things going with the I don't know how you guys do it, I guess, because you have the bar and people get the what do they call those, high tops,
yep.
Yeah, and then you have the restaurant. You guys are running back and forth. There's quite a ways from the kitchen to the bar, but you're running back and forth. And you guys do a great job of keeping up with the food and the drinks, and you got the cigar room, and you got a lot of different places to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely have a really great team, and we're just like a family down there. So teamwork is our number one concept that we use, and it makes just us run so smoothly. So we're still hiring bartenders and servers. So if you guys are interested, I have all shifts available, definitely, so you guys can come apply too. So. Mm-hmm.
Now, what about, I'm going to bounce around here a little on you, about the guys and gals who come in and they just want, you've got these really exciting drinks you talked about. Some people just want to have a beer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's on tap there?
Yeah, so we have Blue Moon, Mick Ultra, Boulevard,
Bush Light, and then we've got the Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Blue Moon is good.
Yes.
Isn't it?
One of the most popular, yep.
You put an orange in that?
We do.
Yeah, that's really
fresh
good.
Fruit every day, yep.
It's kind of like the cherry on your Sprite.
Oh, thanks, Dave. All right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's nice to have just you can get a small glass or a bigger glass with a meal.
Yep. Yeah.
Spot.
Yep. And it's an easy place just to come in if you guys want just a beer. We have those. If you guys want a full meal, we have outside seating as well. So sometimes a lot of people just sit out there and just have a drink and then go on their way. So.
Yeah. And some people like to set up a time. Maybe there's a club, a business meeting that needs to be held, and they want to kind of have it in a separate room somewhere. I think a lot of times you can facilitate that. Maybe not on weekends with all the things going on, but I know you guys are able to kind of isolate people a little bit in some of the rooms you have.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we have 3 different areas, what we call the old bar, cigar room, and then we also have a neat room in the back called the Burlington room. Mm-hmm. It seats about 6 people, so it's like a littler meeting room, but it's definitely got great artwork back there, and it's cozy, and it's very private, so definitely.
Yeah, we've actually had some business meetings in that room because we don't have a big crew, and it works pretty nice. Just to get away from your work environment, sometimes it's more productive that way.
Yep.
So phone doesn't ring. And
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you wanted to cover?
Real quick, on the hotel side, we've had some calls looking for availability for the weekend. So if you're looking for a spot, definitely call sooner rather than later. We're starting to fill up, but we do still have a few spots open. And then also on the hotel side of things, we are still looking for a front desk receptionist. And so we've got some flexibility there with the schedule. We've got a morning shift, which goes 7 to 3. We've got an afternoon, 3 to 11, and then evening, 11 to 7. So.
Okay. Well, that 11 to 7 might really work good for somebody who maybe the other member of the family works a different shift, and that they have kids and so forth. They can kind of make that work. So, yeah, lots going on, and it's amazing to me because with the East Suites now, I don't remember how many rooms are there, but a bunch. And then all the ones you have in the hotel, it's pretty exciting to be, on the edge of full a lot of the times this time of year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we have 44 rooms altogether.
44, wow.
So, yep.
That's amazing. And that just means busier for the bar and the restaurant too, doesn't it? Because you're gonna go in and have something to eat, and I think you can have a breakfast buffet if you're staying there. So. Yep. All works great.
Yes.
One thing I know my wife and I have done this. I don't know if we talk about it much, but you guys do takeout. We call ahead all the time and say, and I think we access the menu online, if I remember right. And so you guys are up for that, and it's very easy to call ahead and come in and pick it up.
Yeah, we do get a lot of takeout orders.
Yeah.
It's a great way to just grab and go, and our menu is posted online at the arrowhotel.com website. You can just find it right on there. So.
Okay.
All right. I just want to apologize because we started talking about class reunions and so forth, and then Brent and I got off on, when we graduated, and we asked you when you graduated, and I don't think that's politically correct because, that kind of tells, how old we all are, and I guess that's not okay in this world we live in anymore. So.
Oh, okay.
So we apologize. And you guys are young and we're old. We know that.
I think we're all young at heart here.
Yeah, that's
we're
right. Well said.
There you go. What are the hours there for folks who want to come in and use the bar and the restaurant?
Yep. So on the weekdays, we open at 11 every day. On weekdays, the kitchen is open until 9. The pub will stay open until 10. And then on the weekends, the kitchen will stay open until 10. And then the pub will stay open until 11.
Okay. Thanks, ladies.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in. It's nice to see you again.
Thanks for having us.
I got to tell you, I love that shirt.
Oh, well, thank you.
That's nice. It looks comfortable, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah. That looks like something my wife would like to wear. She actually likes my old shirts. For, like bumming around the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trouble is, when you put those on, that puts you into like a couch mode. And you don't really feel like doing much. Well, I bet you girls are tired when you get home.
Some days.
Some days, yeah. Well, thanks for all you do. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you.
We're going to close with Sturgill Simpson here this morning and invite you to join us for the breakfast show tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting live from Mason City tomorrow. And don't forget, on Friday, we'll also be broadcasting live from the Lineman's Rodeo. On Friday morning, Brent will be covering baseball from McCook. And we'll also be broadcasting on Saturday a live stream of the FFA 4-H Dog Show. That's all coming up in the next few days.